Hello and welcome to an unexpected Jurassic World Evolution 2 video. This is not like the pay-per-view parodies I do. There's not going to be any dinosaurs fighting. It's just a park I've made. This is the second thing that I made in this park. It originally started with one idea and then it expanded from there. Why is there a path here? Well, it was a reference point while I was making this kind of quarry-like area here. You got some dinosaurs there. Anyways, so just gotta keep it, secret here until we get to it. But there's something cool that I made in this park. It's not like this is what map is it called? It's one of the new ones that were added in the free updates, where they added big square maps. So like you get for all the different maps. I think this one is the Canada one. It's kind of funny to think of it as the Canada one, because the Canada one is really small. But this is a big ass square. I'll like zoom out at some point. I don't know what I'm gonna even title this video, because this map, I'm surprised my PS4 didn't crash. Or at least the game crashed anyway. When I was making this and, expanding on it and all that. And driving through it. More importantly, that's what this is here for. Because I was like, there's another one of these signs that I put somewhere in the park. And the reason there's one here and one there was I wanted like a reference point for where to drive. And then from there, Expander was like, okay, let's make this whole entire park like a racetrack, but not really because it's not clearly defined. But, just drive through the whole park. I've seen, people put together like crazy parks where you can race around on. But, those are exclusive PC. This is the freaking PS4. This is pushing it to the limits. Contours, yeah. Hello. Anyway, let's go for a stroll, shall we? Like a nice mountain ranges. I also like the new addition of randomizing rocks. So when I just put down all those rocks, I didn't have to switch between other ones to, spice it up. It just randomizes. And the PS4 version doesn't get the update where you can... Oh, there you see right there, it's pushing the limits already. It's lagging a bit. This map is huge. And I feel like lowering the ground like this is probably another thing that the game doesn't like. It's like, oh no, you're pushing the terrain to its limits. I'll also show you how I did that a little later on after this. This is like a kind of, it's like we're entering a final boss. It's like, just picture this as red, and like, it's a castle-like area of some use. Like, yes, we're approaching the final boss. And then it kind of looks like it's falling apart. So you're just like, lovely. That mountain range sure looks, like it's not part of the background scenery. What's up with that, eh? It's because I freaking made it! I made this big ass mountain! That's where this whole thing started. I made a big ass mountain, and I made a big ass ditch. I've made a few mountains in this game, but this is probably the biggest. It's freaking huge. As you can see the other sign all the way at the peak. There's a goat in here because there are 3 Velociraptors and an Indominus Rex in here somewhere. Look at this view. Also, the Avery kind of makes that look like a penis and balls. Kind of unfortunate. Also, there's like a nice little kind of tundra area. Of course, expanded loads of kind of hilly mountain areas around you with the terrain. It's quite nice. Just a shame that it's really demanding on the game, on the console here. This is a mountain that Bob Ross would be proud of. I mean, look at this, it's beautiful. So anyways, I guess let's just show some stuff that I did here. So, oh wait, no, it's not decorations, you fool. So, for the mountain here, it's like you can use this, as you can see, all this down here is just like, you know, just spray it lightly around like that to make it, you know, a snowy mountain. But then, close to the peak, I used, you know, this, so that it ends up being fully snow, because it'd be more snowy at the top. Granted, this does make it snowier than the surrounding mountains, but, I mean, let's just look how big this map is in a second here. Look at it. It is huge. Pushing it to the limits. But, I mean, look at that mountain right there. Does it not look like it blends in with the surrounding scenery? It just makes it look like, oh wait, why is the scenery so close? You can't usually build on that. But no, it's because I built it from the ground up. And how I did that... I mean, I recorded a bit of me actually putting together the mountain, so I might show that at the end here. Basically, you raise the terrain. I'm not going to demonstrate it here because I want to keep it as it is here. You raise the terrain, get as high as it can possibly go, and then you flatten it. Hold down the X button, so you keep flatten the surrounding area, and then those lines are on, right? Oh wait, yeah, they would only be on if I'm actually using it. But basically, if you put the contour lines on, like lines around, once the highest point has a little area that you can expand on, you raise it again and flatten it again. And in order to make something this big, you need to bring in a lot of surrounding area. Because the higher up you go, the more you need to expand around the terrain to raise it. Does this make any sense? You'll see in action at the end of the video, if I decide to add on that clip. And the same applies to lowering terrain. You just lower terrain, and then you flatten the terrain to make it go further down. You know what? Screw it. I'll actually demonstrate this. Well, actually, you can see right there. See that? This kind of spot is what you're looking for. When these lines stop forming, that's the point where you flatten it. And you flatten the surrounding area a bit. See? You can see it flattening there. It brings more of it down. You keep doing that and make it go as low as you want or as high as you want. That's basically how I did it. It's crazy. I thought, you know, with the PS4 it would have limitations on the kind of stuff you could do with the environment, but you can surprisingly do quite a few things. It's just that this map is so big that it kind of pushes the game to its limits. But anyways, I'm going to go through the park. We're not going to see many of the dinosaurs because these enclosures are so wide open. It's a bit overkill, honestly. I mean, I was thinking of adding more dinosaurs, but the game's already struggling as it is to run. Like, look at this for example. Go on this and look what starts to happen. The engine's stalling because of lag. It can't handle this view. And then you switch back out. Suddenly, the car works again. Strange. It looks dead, doesn't it? So we got some nice snow going here. So basically we're going to go all the way around the car park and end up in the quarry-like area. We're probably not going to encounter many dinosaurs along the way because of how wide open the place is. I mean, for example, this enclosure we're going through, we only saw like a Parasaurolophus and Brachiosaurus. But there are 6 Parasaurolophus, 4 Brachiosaurus, 4 Camarasaurus, and before 6 of Pseudoceratops. The Pseudoceratops is that? Or is it no Pseudoceratops? I forget. I think that might be. The point is, those were the dinosaurs in that enclosure and we only encountered 2. plus sharp, wide open ones. I was thinking of, adding in some like gallon miners to, spice it up a bit, have more dinosaurs running about, but it's already like, I don't know how many dinosaurs in the park, probably 80 something. Game is struggling enough as it is, So it kind of is a bit like an obstacle course more than a racetrack. There's no what's the word I'm looking for? Like track to define where to go, but the enclosures are kind of done in a way that you have to go a certain route. Good thing it flips back over. So this is another big, wide open area, so you're probably not going to see what's in here. Maybe. There's only 2 dinosaurs in here, and now you can probably tell it's going to be carnivores. Can you see them? Because I can't. I only see goats. Where are they anyway? Well, no time for that. We gotta go back up the valley. It's the 2 gigas we're in here. But again, like I said, we're not gonna encounter many dinosaurs because I mean, the racetracks I've seen people play that people have made on the PC version, they have like loads of obstacles for dinosaurs. I wouldn't be able to do that here because my PS4 would probably crash. I don't think I could have that many dinosaurs in crap areas. Maybe if I did it on a small map. Nice little tundra area down there. Makes it look like ice. Now, will I be able to stay on the mountain this time? Previous 2 times I tried to test this route out, I fell down the mountain. Oh. I might actually make it this time, surprisingly. There's quite a few dinosaurs down there. Probably can't see me though. And you're not going to, because we're just taking the non-scenic route, I guess. It's basically Stegosaurus, Myosaura, Dreadnoughtus, and Pachycephalosaurus in this enclosure. Kind of give it a bit of a winter theme with the skins. Over here we have the Mosasaur. I could have made this so that maybe we could leap over it, but that didn't end up going that way. I mean, we wouldn't be able to leap across it anyway. And if we were able to leap into it, we'd just cause the range team to disappear. And I'm not a very good driver. Then again, I don't think this vehicle was made for such terrain. Surprising it can get up these hills. And there's some close where we might encounter some dinosaurs. There's 4 carnivores in here. Carnivores. So maybe we'll run into at least one of them. Otherwise, this is just basically going on a scenic drive without any wildlife, except goats. There's one of the viewing galleries you can put inside enclosures now. That's part of the free updates. I guess the Carcharodontosaurus is going to be shy today. Okay, now they're up there. Might as well say hi while we're in the area. He lag roared at me. Also begin to lag. Retreats. And you know, you got this cinematic kind of thing you can have on in capture mode now. And I put it on, and it just lagged the whole time. This map just cannot handle this. Or rather, the PS4 can't handle this map. I mean, it wasn't so bad when I was building the mountain, but once it started actually putting the park together, that's when it started to lag. This enclosure has like a camp source somewhere. Maybe we'll encounter him because this isn't nearly as big as some of the other enclosures. Or not, where is he? Oh, wait. Is that? Yeah, it's you. Hello. You know, I have it set to daytime, but there's so much shadow, isn't it? I was originally going to have baryonyx and supermans, but they're screwing a bunch of spinosaurs. Only 3 of them, though. So I don't want to push the game too far. Eyes on the road. Another viewing gallery. Another Spinosaur. Well, there's the other 2 actually. Well, we saw all the ones in there. When I originally came through here to test the first time, I actually got stuck on a fence. There's the log viewing gallery. And always by this point, one of the doors is always broken. Are they on the mountains or in the trees? I don't know, but there are 2 T-Rex and 2 goats bound to be. Oh wait, there they are. One of them. Hi. There's a zip line over there. So they partially go in over this enclosure, so you know, if you fall, you probably get impaled on the fence or something. I mean, you're just gonna roll or you're gonna attack? I'm pretty sure I have the vehicle, attack vehicles! Okay, get the hell out. We have spent enough time here. So, this area kind of didn't go to plan. And look at the state of these hills, I mean, damn. Look at this, right? These guest houses are worse. There's no hotel up here, there's 3 small amenities. There's a shelter and a toilet, and that's it. And then you got all this hilly ass terrain, and what do you get from it? You get, look at Cryoloposaurus to the left there, and 2 Quetzalcoatlus or whatever the hell that says. And I have to go this way instead of through that because apparently ranger teams can't go into areas even when you have the parkour. The whole plan was for me to drive through there, but unfortunately you can't actually go in there, which is dumb. I feel like that was a thing before. Or maybe I'm thinking of the park gates in the original Jurassic World Evolution, where you could go through them even as a ranger team. But yeah, I had this kind of blocked off a bit. Well, not just a bit, I mean you can't get through it. That's in the way and all the rocks. I personally made it so that you'd have to detour through there, but you can't go in there. So Yeah, that's it, fail. Over here, oh, see that just so long. Well, there's two pelicanthus in here somewhere. But we're not gonna be, whoa, stick around here for too long. Just need to go down in here. And hopefully not get stuck. So in here we have the Triceratops. Guess they're all chilling together. They were on the hill last time. Hope you like the sounds of doors smashing together. My gosh. Man, if the game didn't do that when you come to a stop, you'd be so screwed. There's wide ass area has where dinosaurs and the whole thing overlaps. Oh, there's one right there. Almost ran it over. Like, you got this big enclosure, and it's just 3 pairs of dinosaurs and 6 overlaps. Bit of a waste of space, isn't it? But you can't really add too many dinosaur stuff after this size on console, man. It's crashed the game. And now it's time to send them out. Which you'd think would be impossible. Yeah. Wonder if the Velociraptors are sometimes chill on the side. I guess they're not here today. You know, the trouble is, at the end of this is going to be a gig, so I'm going to be crashing down and have to come to a stop. Which is lame. Ruins the experience. Gates all the way down there. Whee! Oh God, no! Well, this last area will be fun because there are a few bumps in the road, and by last area, I don't mean this area. This is where the source off. Somewhere. Where are they? We've got 4 of them in here somewhere. I mean, the enclosure is pretty sizable, I guess. It's like, you know, the first tour in the original Jurassic World, not Jurassic Park, where they don't see anything inside that. Well, time to die. Yeah! Oh. This is some weird terrain, isn't it? Oh gosh, we didn't make it. Oh wait, no, we're still alive. Just about. I think this is the most damage I've taken. It's because of that Phoenix. The first time I got through this in one of these, it wasn't have that damage. Second time I just got stuck on a fence. And go. chill out and wait for a Carnotaurus to finish us off? Maybe. I mean, the car's come to a stop. Could you fix the door back there? Hello. What was that? Wrong button. That's what that was. You're not gonna try to kill us? Lame. Maybe we'll get a jump scare and they'll attack us when we're not expecting it. I can't even stop the engine in this position. The car's not that badly broken, it's just for whatever reason, I guess because this map is so demanding. Oh shit. I can't reverse. The game will not allow me to use the vehicle while in this view. Guess it's like the T-Rex in the original, we just gotta not move. Well, while we're waiting to die, I guess, on the topic of the, you know, dinosaur pay-per-view parody things I do, I'm thinking of maybe doing one of the WWE show ones at some point, either later on in spring or maybe early summer, because you know August would be quite a while away to wait for another one. I basically put it together whenever I get around to getting the newest DLC, the Failing Dinosaur DLC, because I haven't got that yet, because it costs like 6 quids. I mean, if it was like 5 quid, fair enough, but add an additional £1 on that, and that's ridiculous, that's too much. That's where I draw the line. So I'm waiting for it to go on sale, which it probably never will, because that's always tends to happen, which is typical. Much like the Carnotaurus not killing us, very typical, isn't it? I've also thought of ideas beyond that as well. I mean, I figure far ahead here because this will be like end of year stuff. But basically, you know, the pay-per-view structures go Dino Rumble, Dino Mania, Dino Slam, Dino Survivor. Basically, you got the big 4: Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. So, like I said, I might do a B pay-per-view with one sometime in the next few months, maybe once I've gotten the other DLC. And I think I might go with another desert map. Maybe I'll, you know, make some pyramids. It's like that mountain over there, that is majestic, but in the desert we could have pyramids instead. I don't think I'd use one of the bigger maps though, because I mean, this map lags like crazy, so I imagine it would be the same case for all the other maps that are this size. So yeah. But on top of that, you know, for the Dino Rumble next year, I've got a different idea of how to go about the qualifiers for the Rumble. Have it so that I do like a parody of Raw, SmackDown, and Heat. So that, you know, on Raw, for example, have it like a parody where it's like, Raw will be Cretaceous dinosaurs, SmackDown, Jurassic and Triassic, and Heat would just be kind of like a recap and have 2 matches. Maybe qualifying matches as well. Basically, I'm gonna have like kind of cage matches with multiple dinosaurs to qualify. For example, Cretaceous, large and medium carnivores will all be in the same match, and the first however many to break out will qualify for the Rumble. Because I always have it where I have a set list of dinosaurs in mind and I randomize the last few ones. But how about for next year, I have it so that only the champions are the only ones that are, you know, officially in the match. Everyone else has to qualify. So we don't just get the same lineup each time. It's like we could have a Rumble where like T-Rex or Spinosaurus don't qualify. Oh, speaking of which, while we're here, where is it? What did I title it? Probably Jurassic World Evolution 2 something. Where is it? Where's that other one? Oh, what did I title it? I didn't title it Jurassic World Evolution 2 something, did I? Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'll just go over something that I did. I'll just say it right here, because I remember the number. I basically wrote down the records for each dinosaur that has competed in a match since I did those pay-per-view parties. And T-Rex, right, has never won once. Can you guess how many times they've lost? 10 times. They've lost 10 times, 1-0 matches, lost 14 matches if you include the 4 rumbles, but I don't count those unless a champion goes into the match and loses the title. That's when I count it as a loss, and if they win the rumble, it counts as a win. That's the only exception to the rule for the Dino Rumble. So man, T-Rex has just been absolutely wrecked every single time. But I also noted down championship history for each dinosaur, and also noted which pay-per-view they won that. So let's actually start with the title that's had the most title changes, the Cage Championship. Current champion is Iguanodon, who won it at the Dino Rumble this year. The first winner was Camarasaurus, who won it at No Dino Outs, which was the second pay-per-view parody thing I did, because I did the Dino Rumble, the first one, and then I did No Dino Out. Didn't really get many views, but Camarasaurus was the inaugural champion. Baryonyx then went on to win it at the first Dinomania, which I think was the pay-per-view parody after that. Carnotaurus won the title at Hybrid Day 2020. The Pseudoceratops won the title at the first Dino Slam. Baryonyx won the title again at Dino Elimination 2020. Styracosaurus won the title at Dino Survival 2021. Carnotaurus won the title at Dinomania 2022, and then lost the next year with Dinomania 2023 to Iguanodon. So Carnotaurus had a decent reign at the end. On to the Cruiserweight Championship, which I find interesting. You'll notice a pattern here. First champion was Velociraptor, who won it at the first Dinomania. Cut to the next Dinomania 2021, Deinonychus wins the title. And then Herrerasaurus wins it at Dinomania 2022. The title only seems to change at Dinomania. The exception is the fourth champion, Velociraptor, was a dual winner of the Dino Rumble and therefore became Cruiserweight champion this year with the Dino Rumble. But then they lost it at Dinomania, continuing the pattern, to Australavator, who is the current champion. Interesting pattern there. Tag titles haven't really had much of a history. You know, the Albertosaurus duo won it at the first Dino Survival. Oh, fittingly enough, they actually lost to Majungasaurus and Tyrannosaurus at Dino Survival 2022, so same pay-per-view there. And then Albertosaurus won the title back again at this year's Dinomania. Albertosaurus' record, by the way, is 8 wins and 1 loss. That 1 loss was them losing the titles. They have not lost any other battles, unless you count maybe they won appearance in the Dino Rumble, which I don't. So they've got the best win-to-loss ratio there. Low Razor Championship history. First champion was Stegosaurus, who won it at the first Dinomania. Then Giganotosaurus won it at the first Dino Slam. Acrocanthosaurus, who had the title for the longest, won it at Extinction 2020, and then lost it this year at Dinomania to Scorpius Rex. Also, Acrocanthosaurus, I was surprised to see when I was like going through the records That the first loss that Spinosaurus had officially was against Acrocanthosaurus. That's insane. I'm thinking of putting Acrocanthosaurus in a title match at the next pay-per-view in like a triple threat, Triceratops and Stegosaurus versus Acrocanthosaurus, because they earned that title. They've finally lost the Low Ranger Championship after a ridiculously long reign. I think they've earned a shot at the main title. But anyways, the Dino Championship, first champion was Spinosaurus, having won the first Rumble, and they only lost the title to Stegosaurus at the Dino Rumble 2022, so they had a really long reign. The longest reign of any champion, I think. At least for the Dino Championship. But then Spinosaurus won it back at 2022 Dinomania, and Stegosaurus won it at Dino Survival of the same year. Then Triceratops won this year's Dino Rumble, and then lost the title at Dinomania this year to Stegosaurus. Stegosaurus, 3-time champion. Spinosaurus, 2-time champion. Triceratops, just a 1-time champion. But at least they got something, so yeah. Where the bloody hell are you? Where'd you go? Come on, man. I've been waiting around for you to attack me for ages. I rambled on about all kinds of shit. We gotta hit the rock. We've hit rock bottom. Oh, come on, give us a jump scare. I remember this one time in the original Jurassic World Evolution, I was just kind of driving through the enclosures that night, and a baryonyx just popped out of nowhere and scared the crap out of me. It is weird that you cannot actually drive while in this mode. I guess it's because the console can't run it. I don't know. I mean, it works just fine in any other map. Why this map? I guess it's because it's... I don't know, it's still kind of weird. Come on! Surely I've annoyed you enough to destroy me by now. Huh. Huh. Come on, get your dinner over here. Thank you. Took your time. Right, so might as well, you know, show the map a bit better. See, there were dinosaurs in here, it's just we didn't encounter them on the way. How many of you guys are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's probably 6 then, isn't there? Oh wait, maybe it was just 5 actually. Why did you get separated from the herd? Now look how wide open it is. So you can't really fill this kind of space. It's a bit overkill. Like people were demanding bigger maps, but man, it pushes the console to the limits. How many dinosaurs are in the park? 82. What did we not really get a good look at? We didn't really get a good look at this. It's like, I like how the snow looks under the water. Makes it look like it's all about to freeze over or something. So I feel like a Myosaur kind of fits this kind of location because they kind of look like a freaking skeleton. They got a weird design. So over here we have the leaf pit. It's kind of like a crater. Originally, I was going to have this like more sunken into the ground, but I didn't end up doing that because I completely forgot. It's like I made this river extend down here and added the snow, and then I was like, wait, wasn't I going to lower this ground? I was like, ah, screw it, just make a little crate to the side and that'll be that. Got Dreadnoughtus, Stegosaurus. Kind of give them kind of a bluish, whitish kind of vibe that fit with the environment. A lot of Yukon River used here. Over here, we didn't really encounter them on the way. And it's typical, they're up here when we were here. They weren't here. We got the Gigas. Where's Velociraptors? Yeah, they're sticking to their side of the mountain. Kind of purposely did that because while they apparently get along, I didn't want to take my chances. Oh, the game's lagging a bit again. Where are you? There you are. We didn't see the polar canvas, not that they're much to write home about. They just got their own hill here to chill on. Kind of blending into their environment a bit, aren't they? Is there anything else we missed? I guess we didn't see the mosasaur technically. I mean, it's big, man. It's huge. Sometimes you could see it above water, but I guess it's not playing along style. Was there anything? Well, we didn't. Wait, what? Oh yeah, because I haven't, you know, set to have a new one, I guess. Oh yeah, we technically didn't see these guys because we couldn't actually go in here for some stupid reason. And the Krylophosaurus over here. Look at that man, he's majestic. I was originally gonna, you know, as I was building this mountain, I was originally thinking of filling the entire map with just a mountain, but my thumb was killing me at that point, so I was like, screw it. Let's just make a mountain and a ditch, and then expand it from there. But before, you know, I go to the clip that I recorded, I'm gonna actually see how my other mountains compare. This is the first, well, I don't think it was the first map I started building on, but it was the first one where I actually tried to make something with it. It's got like a mountain range you'll see to the one side of the map. Because I was like, as I was building this part, I was like, you know what, this game's gonna lag like crazy, just make a mountain range so that it doesn't look empty on one side of the map. Because it's just too big. Man, this video is going to take up a lot of space, I can just tell. I don't know what day I'll upload this. Maybe because it's the 8th as I'm recording, and it'll be days where I upload for Rune Factory. I like to upload these videos on the same day that I upload on my VN channel to kind of make it so it's not 2 videos on the same channel. So it'll be a few days from now, I guess. Certainly takes a while to load, doesn't it? Not surprising given how big the map is.
Asset transportation.
It's like a lot of white open space, but there you can see got some snowy mountains. Like obviously this one's the tallest. But I mean you saw the mountain I made. This one pales in comparison. some T-Rex in here somewhere. Yeah, all the way over here. It's like, cause I mean, look at the size of this map. There's so many wide open spaces. I make these big ass enclosures and they make it look empty. Because the more you add to it, the more the game's gonna lag. So you got these big ass empty spots, and this area was just wide open and empty. So like, I'll just make a mountain range. Not nearly as big as the one I made on the other map, but they kind of blended. It's, when you look at that, it's like, oh yeah, they blended with the scenery. Oh yeah, I was adding to an enclosure over here, wasn't I? Just gonna have Brachiosaurus. Looks cool, doesn't it? I mean, I even made like these, this kind of lagoon area, and look how many there are in here. It's ridiculous. How many do I have on this map? 83. Was there 83 on the other one, or 82? It's just like, there's just too much space that you could ever possibly have room to do anything with. Well, I mean, the, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Basically, it's got more space than you could possibly ever need. So you'll have these wide open areas. And you know what you can always do in wide open areas? When it's like, oh, you know, don't want it to look too empty. Just, you make it a forest. I might as well actually show how the thing works here. I'm not going to save this anyway, so might as well give you an example. So you dig down like that, and you flatten the surrounding area until you see that, and then you flatten it some more, and you do it all over again. But the deeper it goes, or the higher it goes, the more you have to expand the land surrounding it to get it to get to a spot like that where you can make it deeper again. And then you rinse and you repeat. And you either get a massive ditch or a giant ass mountain. Or you could, you know, just keep it a bit small and simple. Do I have a rage team on this? I don't think I mean, maybe. I don't know how much I really expanded on this park. I didn't really do too much with it. Oh wait, yes I do. Let's go drive into that ditch. If I can find it. I feel like I'm playing that one map there. Pokemon Legends Arceus. I would always find it hard to find out where those cavern-like areas with a giant entrance. I mean, look at the way the grassland is expanding on this mode. Like, you can't render it. It's too much. We have to, you know, zoom out a bit on that. There's a crater! That's pretty deep, surprisingly, isn't it? And that's... I mean, I barely put any time into that at all. You could make it way deeper than that, I'd imagine. Let's actually have a look at some other maps. Oh, wrong button. I'll actually, you know, edit and get to the maps to save on time. Now, what map was... Ah, yeah, this. This is the Oregon map. This was the first, I think possibly the first mountain I ever made. Pales in comparison, doesn't it? But you know, this is a much smaller map compared to the giant ass square. I guess they kind of used this map as a reference point for that, maybe. To an extent. But it was the Canada map though. Mountains were more snowy. But yeah, you got like a smaller kind of, more like a bunch of hills or dunes with snow or something, you know? It's less a mountain and more a giant hill. Because that was me testing out the limitations. I mean, I could not make this mountain the same size, I imagine, as the other one, because the map's not big enough to absorb surrounding land to add to the height of the mountain. So it can only get so big, you know. I'm gonna check if there's another one that I made or not earlier than this, and if not, I'll meet you at the clip that I did while putting together the big mountain. So, on to that. Well, first up on the menu is this random glitch. As you can see, it's that same map that had the snowy mountains. This was, you know, when I was first making it, and I noticed that for whatever reason you could clip through the whole map, which makes an interesting sight, to say the least.
Asset transported.
Man, can you imagine doing that if your park was more expanded? It would look interesting from below, wouldn't it? The park's barely made at that point right there. So, this is from when I was expanding the mountain while building it. This is how it looks like when you're expanding it more, because this is what I mean about you have to have more of the ground raised up in order to build it higher. So you need more surrounding land to build it. And because, I mean, I imagine the same would apply on PC as well. You gotta hold down the apply button, in this case X, and my thumb was killing me. Because the whole time right there, I'm holding that button down. You let go of that button, you have to go right back to the peak and, you know, start the flatten process all over again from there. You gotta hold it down the whole time, and then once you see the ground move like that, that's when you raise it. And then you flatten it a bit more, and you just keep doing that over and over again until it's as tall as you want it to go. Or as tall as it could possibly go, anyway. Like I said, I was originally going to, you know, continue making it to see how big I could make a mountain with the entire map, but, you know, my thumb was killing me at that point, so I settled just for a giant mountain instead of an island, well, map, which is just a mountain. As you can see, the taller it gets, the harder it is to get it to rise up. There's something so satisfying about the way it rises like that. That just sounded weird. It's like the surrounding hill-like areas that I drove on in the video, which is the same video here, you get the idea. So like when I was building those, I would like flatten and then move way ahead, and you would just see the mountain raising coming towards you. So like, it's coming to attack us. It's like something out of like well, what game was it that had that was it Silent Hill, or I forget. No, I think it might have been Resident Evil 3. That one bug boss that like burrows underground or something. I can't remember. You just see it just coming towards you. You can't see it, but you can see where it's going. I don't know how long I spent putting this together. It took a long time to raise it this high. I think I might just title this video something like Rambling, Driving, and Mountains, because that's basically it, isn't it? Some rambling, some driving, and a whole lot of mountains. I mean, well, there were other mountains, they were just smaller. This was the big one. Oh yeah, that's something I forgot to do. I should have remembered that. Maybe I'll go back and do that. They'll add to the video length too, maybe I will. Just for the hell of it. I think I'm going to like reload the game. And I'm gonna pick a really small dinosaur and have them transported to the peak. Just to see the size. Because that would be something. And how long does this go on for, man? Again, it also, you know, the lines help a lot to determine, you know, where to go from this. I think this is where I stopped the recording. Or not. How much more did I need to expand on it? Look at the size of it already. It's like this would be an entire map with this bloody mountain, man. You wouldn't have room for anything else. But these new maps just add so much space. You can see the hills around there. I was originally just like making loads of hills around because like just in advance for them to expand upwards to make the whole place a giant mountain, but I scratched that plan obviously because that would just either take way too long or it would be impossible. There goes my father was not going to be able to withstand such mountain building. You know, these videos are the ones that take up the most space, and this is like coming up an hour on recording here. This video is going to be like quite a few gigabytes, isn't it? Not only does it push my PS4 to limits, it puts my hard drive to limits. When does it end? Guess I recorded for a fair bit when I made this mountain. I'm not sure, I think I might have even expanded further to the mountain size even after the end of this capture card recording. Just gets taller and taller. Yeah, I think this is where I stopped, right? Yeah, I was like, yeah, that'll do. So I'm gonna reload the game and I'm going to put... What should I put? Compy or an Overraptor? I think Overraptor because there's already got one on the island. Got 6 on the island, so might as well put one on top of the mountain. But the Compy would be smaller though, wouldn't it? We'll see. How the hell did you get this high? Hello. I went with Morris Intrepidus simply because it won't be lonely here on top of the tallest mountain I've ever made. It's not quite at the peak. Will he travel? Yes. Come on. You are the Lion King. This whole land belongs to you. Except for the land over there and all the orbits. Hey, you're not gonna reach the peak that way. Peak's up there. Those crickets kind of feels fitting. It's like this is anticlimactic. Nice footprints you got. They disappear pretty quickly though. You're not gonna reach the peak. It's up here, buddy. Well, to the south, yes. Can you imagine if dinosaurs could slip and fall down hills and mountains like this? I mean, you could add that to injuries, really, couldn't you? And they got ragdoll physics. Can you imagine that? I mean, I can imagine ragdolling down this hill. But no, they have like perfect stability on their movement. They will never fall over here. Can you imagine if you can make it perfectly vertical? Anyway, how are there crickets up here? We're on top of a goddamn mountain. I think those are crickets. Whatever they are, they're quite loud. Let's watch from above as our hero descends to the bottom of the mountain. Little does he know that he's on the wrong side of the mountain. If he wants food, it's down there. And over there. Not there. Thought he was a goat then for a second. Yes, I am sure you find this all confusing why you were left on top of a mountain like that, but it is what it is. And what it is anticlimactic, that's what it is. Speed up, see if he'll go to the other side of the mountain. And then call it a recording, because my god, we're nearly up to an hour, 10 minutes at this rate. Effortlessly traversing the mountain range. Well, it's not a mountain range, it's just a one. But there are other hilly mountains in the distance. When we make it to the peak. Yes! He made it to the peak! And now he's going down the other side. Very confused as to where to go. He's sniffing out food. He's picking up on something. It's like I sense something, but I don't know what it is. I think it's the sun rising. Maybe if I go this way, I'll eat something. Maybe I mean, it's kind of hard to see. This is a big mountain. Which side was it? I think it was actually this side that has the food, right? Yeah. It's a very expansive mountain. So expansive it caused the game to lag there. It's gonna take him a while to get to the bottom. But I think food is down here. Way down here. I mean, look how small he looks. Now you get the perspective of how big this mountain is from this kind of angle. In snowy conditions, no less. He was not given a good start to life there. Left on a mountain to fend for themselves. And the food and water they seek is all the way at the bottom. The way the sky opened up like that. We've lost sight of him. This was the last known sighting of Moro Intrepidus. They are presumed to have died on the mountain. We told them they shouldn't do it. They were a fool. But they went ahead anyway. Seriously, where did he go?
Ancient mythology may not be my speciality, but I've been told that Moros Intrepidus was named after the Greek deity Moros, the personification of impending doom. It was said that he gave people the ability to foresee their demise. And if you come face to face with this tyrannosaur, I suspect there is a good chance you will meet your fate.
I mean, your introduction was a bit delayed there, wasn't it? He's been here a while and he's starving, man. He just doesn't know how to descend the mountain. He's kind of stuck. Well, we must save him. We'll build like a base camp. Wrong thing. I hate when it clicks on stuff like that too quickly. I don't know why it does that. The button's really sensitive. I don't think we can... Oh, wait. Just make a really big dent in the mountain, why not? Don't think you can add water anywhere. Can't flatten the mountain that way. Yeah, you're kind of stuck for water, mate. But hey, at least you got something to eat out of it. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a bit all over the place and a mess and over an hour long. But I hope you enjoyed it. That is all. Peace out.